wake up and envision the dream of like you're working so hard to get to somewhere, what would the end result look like?
I have it.
Oh, you got a picture?
Let's go again.
Ah, I don't know how you can do this more than, say, even like twice a week would be a lot.
I do it 4 to 5 times a week.
I know, it's like I'm trying to wrap my head around how you can actually do it. Like, it doesn't make sense. So do you get your blood work done to see like what minerals you're missing, or like to make sure that you're not like overworking your body?
Yeah, I do that, and magnesium is one of the most important supplements that I require.
Yep.
And B complex.
Okay.
So my body
B
requires.
vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My body just sucks up into that. So that's why I take electrolytes. If you don't have electrolytes, just take a pinch of salt, Celtic salt or Himalayan salt in your water with a pinch of baking soda. That will help you remineralize your electrolytes.
I think a lot of people think that you can't have salt in your diet, but that's like for the average person. When you're at the gym sweating like this, maybe losing 2 to 5 pounds, you need to replace that sodium. I'm skipping the next set because, like,
Yes? Okay.
yeah, I can't do any more. I know my limits.
Drop set so we can do arms. I think I'm gonna increase it a little bit.
You want 4 to start?
Yes. I lower my heart rate a little bit, so I wait around 10 seconds to 15, and I go again. I don't want to have my cardio be the obstruction of me completing the set.
Yeah, if you're too tired, your cardio is going to be your limiting factor. That's why you rest between sets. If you just go, and do your whole workout back to back to back, you're not going to have the ATP required to put out the maximum power in your set. So there is a fine line. If you don't rest long enough, you don't have the strength. But if you rest too long, you're just wasting your time.
My goal is always to hit more than 15 and up. So always more than 15. One more.
And so she's only taking 1 plate off each set. I would minimum need 1 off of both sides each set to be able to keep going. It's just interesting to see the difference between our energy systems, how much you can recover so much faster.
Yeah, everyone's different, so that's why I tell you don't do what other people do, do what feels good for you. Because if he was doing the same thing that I would be doing, he probably would be injuring himself. That's not smart.
If somebody told me they trained like this, I'd say there's no way they could work. I said they'd never recover, they'd be always sore, but the proof is in the pudding, it's clearly working. And so just because one person can't do it doesn't mean the other person can. It's time for the fan.
I'm good. I'm gonna leave that one for the other people.
Exercise are like food. Sometimes you get an exercise
get
you really
bored.
like and you do it all the time. And maybe you like the bench press for 6 months and you're like, I don't need a bench press. I do the incline
Exactly.
press. Same as food. I made eat French toast for 6 months. I'm like into pancakes and popcorn, mixing it up. So if you had a goal, would you prefer to be leaner or have more muscle? Which of the two? If you could only pick one, what would you rather have?
Wow.
And that would be for like year round.
Well, muscles, because muscles are leaner, get you leaner. They burn so much calories that they, by default, will get you leaner.
So if you could have your dream physique, if I could snap your fingers as a genie,
Hey,
what would you wish? You could 10 pounds of muscle,
10 pounds of
2
muscle.
pounds less fat. Like, what would be your dream? 40 pounds of muscle. Like, if you could just wake up and envision the dream of like you're working so hard to get to somewhere, what would the end result look like?
I have it.
Oh, you got a picture?
Kind of. It will be even bigger than this.
Oh, like a superhero. The tiny
Yeah.
waist, crazy quads, like a really jacked wellness girl.
But bigger legs and bigger.
And even bigger legs than that. So there's no limit to how much muscle you would really want.
No, there's no limit. I really just love muscles. I believe it's like a sculpting.
Yeah.
You're making everything bigger, better, seeing every detail that you're building, like art. So for me, bigger muscles is just
So you look great now, but if there was one thing, like based on that photo, it looks like the legs is where.
Bigger calves, bigger legs, and smaller waist.
Okay.
So I can.
And so keep the waist the same size now, but if you have bigger legs, it makes the waist look smaller, wider shoulders. It comes in that gives you that
Like
X-frame.
more like an hourglass, because I love also upper body.
Yeah.
So hourglass figure is just my go-to.
Yeah. So wider shoulders, bigger legs, small waist, and just have that crazy X-frame like a cartoon.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Nothing real. It's just all cartoons and Super Saiyan.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So people ask me, who do you look up to? I don't look up to people per se. I'm
Cartoons.
Not cartoons, it is more like superheroes.
Yeah.
But yeah, cartoons if you want to call it that.
Sure.
But everything that has to be with superheroes is just always has been since I was little, my go-to. I used to see anime and all those stuff, so those were oh my gosh, how can I get that? And I saw them eating a lot and getting muscle, so that's what I did.
And so as a teenager, like 18, were you dreaming you could look like you are now? Was this kind of like what you had in your mind?
So I dreamt about it, but I didn't think I would do it. I was more of a runner, and I spent more time with guys.
Yeah.
So it was like normal for me to see muscle, but I didn't know that I could do that, so I tried it.
So do you feel like you've accomplished more than you dreamed possible? Like, do you feel like already you're like thinking, wow, if I could only get to this size, but then once you got to that size, you're like, I want even more? Because like for me personally, when I was 150 pounds, I thought if I could ever be 165, I would be so happy. I would never want more. And I got to 165, and then it was 175, 185, and I got to 230.
And they get so addicted, like, oh my God, I can do more.
Yes.
And I can do more.
I was never satisfied, but I was happy with what I'd achieved.
Exactly.
But I always wanted more.
So same with me. I'm happy with who I am right now and everything I have achieved. But I build myself in being better always. And by being better, I grow. And by growing, I keep living. So if it makes me feel alive and it makes me feel better, then I just keep doing it because it makes me feel good.
So I have this term, I kind of coined it, I call it performance dysmorphia, where you want to be better and better and better. Like, are you happy? Like, if you couldn't get any better, are you happy, content with what you've already accomplished? Or do you feel dissatisfied and you want to keep getting more? Like, I don't know if I explained it properly.
So, yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't call it dysmorphia because it is not a dysmorphia. It is more of a morphing, of a growing better, of getting better. Not something that is bad, but instead of being better in life. Because if you're not better in life, what keeps you going? So
right.
It is that I'm always getting better, beating myself who I was yesterday, being better.
Right.
So I
like that.
A way I look at it, I started as Stairmaster at level 13, and I was like, can I do this at level 14? Can I do that at level 50 until I reach the level 20 with weights and everything? And I'm like, what else can I do? Like,
right.
Keep being better because you're still living. Why would you stop?
So you're happy with everything you've accomplished. You just want to get better and do more and do more. But you're not like disappointed in how you look. You're happy with your appearance, you're happy with your training, with your results, everything you've accomplished. You just want more because, well, why wouldn't you? Why not keep pursuing to being better tomorrow than you were today?
Exactly. Why not be the best version you can be? Why don't you want to see what you are capable of in this lifetime?
Sounds good. Sounds like you have a good attitude, good mental approach on everything. I like it. A frontal bicep. Your waist is tiny. It does look small. Muscular? Kind of girls to do this one maybe?
Which one, girl? Okay.
Perhaps just like this? Back. And you've only done one competition?
Yeah.
And you turned pro?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the posing was the only challenging thing for me because you have to know what you're doing and...
if you haven't practiced. Side chest.
Let me put... Which one is... Okay.
I've done 59 shows in all.
What?
I know.
How could you?
I started
This one
in
is...
high school, grade 12. Yeah, your delts have more
striations.
than mine. Yeah.
Since I do love triceps, I grew them also because when I got tired, I started using this.
Yeah.
And it started getting bigger.
The bigger your delts get, the easier that you can see definition through. Because the same layer of fat, if there's the muscle twice as thick, it doesn't cover it as much. So it's the same inch of fat on your body. If you have bigger muscles, it's spread out more. People don't really realize that.
I didn't realize that.
If your legs get twice, like if you have this much fat, but if your leg is this big, that much fat on a big leg doesn't look like a lot of fat compared to if your leg is like really small. That much fat covers it more.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more spread out.
You mean like bigger is like...
The bigger the leg with the same amount of fat, it's going to be leaner. Like the more muscle you have with the same fat, it looks leaner.
Oh.
Like if your legs, if I didn't have big muscles at all and I had the same condition, you wouldn't see all the separation because
I get it. Yeah, it will be like bulky and yeah, no, I prefer the leaner side like yourself. So let's do triceps. Lo puedes poner abajo si quieres.
And so I just finished training with Caroline Marcus, and I can't believe how hard this woman trains. It's absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't keep up. I tried to lift the same weights. I couldn't do it. I started out strong, and then after halfway, I did the best I could. She's an animal. Cardio, strength, muscle, she's shredded. It doesn't even make sense. She trains like this all the time. It's remarkable.
So, Greg, we still have something left to do. Cardio?
Thank goodness I did an hour of cardio before I came up with her because she wanted me to go on level 20 for 35 minutes. I don't even think I can do 5 minutes.
35.
And I'm a bike racer. 35 minutes. So that's what you end your cardio with. Like you did all of this, and we did like 1 million drop sets and it was crazy. And you finish it with 35 minutes, basically all out.
And then I eat and I do my other training, which is more EMS. So yeah, all day having fun.
You have to do other training on top of this?
Yeah.
So if I were you, I would go home and sleep until tomorrow because I don't know how you can do anything after this.
So I'm like the Energizer bunny. I wear these cat ears and all the bunny ears because I have so much energy and I just love to spread my energy and love and beauty to you guys.
Unbelievable. I don't know how she does it. She's got all the secrets. Definitely go and give this girl a follow. I have no idea how she can do it, but she's very smart, highly knowledgeable. I highly recommend you check her out.
Remember, always keep it positive and see you in the next one.